Good day, YouTube. Well, another lesson from Unit 4. This is part 4C, Blue Zones. Now, if you're ready, let's learn together. Part 1, Vocabulary. Everybody, month, adverbs, and expressions of frequency. For the first part, look at the phone. What do you see? The month of a year. I need you to listen and complete the month. Are you ready? Let's do it.
4.16 January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
Very good. Very nice. So look, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Very good. Now, you can listen again and repeat, but tell me, which 5 of these months are stressed on the second syllable? Can you tell me? Okay, look. September, October, November, December. Yeah? So, July, September, October, November, December. They are stressed on the second syllable. Now, you and your friends say the month of your birthday around the class. When's your birthday? Well, my birthday is on November 3rd. Yeah, it's close as the time I'm recording this one. Okay, speak with your friends. When's your birthday? So far, so good. Now, everyone, expressions of frequency. Okay, so we have some of them here. For example, every day, every week, every month, every year, once or twice a month, 3 times a month, 4 times a month. So the question is how often? For example, how often do you see your friends? Okay, take your time, use these to help you and fill in the blanks. Yeah, it's your gig. You can look at the chart to help you. And if you have done it, well, listen and check. Let's go.
4.17 2. Expressions of frequency. 1,
Every day,
2. Every week. 3,
every month,
4. Every year. 5,
once a week,
6. Twice a week. 7,
3 times a week,
8. 4 times a year.
Great. Now you know the expressions of frequency, but we're not done yet. Let's go to the adverbs. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, adverbs of frequency. Look at the highlighted words. Yeah, always, often, usually, sometimes, hardly, ever, never. For example, look, I always get up at 7 during the week. So it's B. I start work at 8 every day. Match the sentences and adverbs of frequency with A, B, C, D, E, F. This is your gig. You can use this chart here to help you. Again, back to you. And if you have done it, well, check with your friends. Listen and check. Let's go.
4.18 3. Adverbs of frequency. 1. B. I always get up at 7 o'clock during the week. I start work at 8 o'clock every day.
Okay, the first part.
2. A.
I often go to the movies after work, about 7 or 8 times a month.
3. C. I usually finish work at 6 o'clock, but on Fridays we stop at 3 o'clock. 4. F.
I sometimes meet a friend for lunch, about once or twice a month.
5. E. I hardly ever go to the theater, only once or twice a year. 6. D.
I never have coffee. I don't like it.
Okay, very good. So look from 0, never, to 100. Never, hardly ever, sometimes, often, usually, always. You got it, as easy as that. Now, everybody listen and repeat the highlighted adverbs of frequency. Okay?
4.19. 3. Adverbs of frequency.
Always. Often. Usually. Sometimes. Hardly ever. Never.
All right, great. Now, everybody, we have this word, normally. Normally is the same as usually. I normally get up early. I usually get up early. It's the same thing. Well done. Teenagers in trouble. And you may say, what does this mean? Well, read this text. It's about teenagers in the US. And tell me, are teenagers in your country similar? Okay? Take your time, read it. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
A few moments later.
Great. Now, let's see. American teenagers may, for the first time in the nation's history, live shorter lives than their parents because of their unhealthy lifestyle. According to recent research, 96% spend more than 5 hours looking at a screen every day. Yeah, that's true. 86% hardly ever eat fruit or green vegetables. Yeah, McDonald's, fast food all the time. 75% don't usually sleep for 8 hours a day. The average is 7 hours. Yeah, you can say that. 34% eat fast food at least once a day. That's bad. 33% drink more than 4 sugary drinks every day. 31% are often very stressed. Yeah, that's true. And 25% never play sports or exercise. Yeah, that is true. But what about your country? What's the situation in your country? You can share your ideas with your friends. But we're not done yet. Everyone, look at the highlighted words. Spend every day, hardly ever eat. Okay? So I need you to circle the correct rule. For example, adverbs of frequency, like usually, hardly ever, go, is it before or after the main verb? Okay, let's see. 86% hardly ever eat. Okay, eat is the verb, so they go before the main verb. But if the verb is be, like am, is, are, let's see. Okay, 31% are often very stressed, so they go after the verb be. Now, expressions of frequency like every week, every day, every year, go at the beginning or end. Let's see. Once a day. They go at the end of a phrase or sentence. Now, let's review all of this together. Follow me. Listen and repeat. Let's go.
4.20. 1.
I always watch TV in the evening. Do you usually sleep 8 hours a day? She sometimes plays sports. She doesn't often go to bed late.
2.
They're hardly ever late. He isn't often stressed. Are you usually in this classroom?
3.
I have English classes twice a week. She doesn't work every day.
All right, great. So everybody look, always, usually, sometimes, often, hardly ever, okay, or never, okay? They go before the main verb. For example, usually sleep, sometimes plays, okay? But if the verb is be, like am, is, are, they go after the verb be. For example, they're hardly ever late. Are is the be verb and they come after. Now, expressions of frequency usually go at the end of the sentence. For example, twice a week. She doesn't work every day. As easy as that. We talked about it, we reviewed it. Now let's practice together. As always, we have two sets of exercises. In the first one, you need to put the adverb of frequency in the correct place in the sentence. For example, they drive, they don't have a car, never. So they never drive. Why? Because they don't have a car. Okay, and in the next one, order the words to make sentences. For example, always, she, at, 6, up, gets. Now, she always gets up at 6. Yeah, you have to make sound sentences or questions. Very good. Stop the video. You're smart. Believe in yourself. Starting is 90% of the work. Okay, stop the video. Take your time. Do it. Check with your friends. Okay? And if you have done it, well, let's do it together. Number 1, I always walk to work. Number 2, do you usually wear glasses? Number 3, I'm hardly ever bored. Number 4, she sometimes does the housework. Number 5, we hardly ever go to the movies. Number 6, why are you always late? Number 7, my girlfriend is never stressed. And number 8, does it often rain in December? Very good. Very good. Now, as for the next part, what is number 1? I'm never late for class. Number 2, we hardly ever eat fast food. Number 3, what time do you usually finish work? Number 4, my parents don't often go out at night. Number 5, my brother is always hungry at lunchtime. Number 6, we don't always do our homework. Number 7, do you usually drive to work? And number 8, our teacher is hardly ever angry. As easy as that. Great. Now it's time to play a little game. We want to check how healthy you are, you and your friends. Speak together, okay, and answer this question. For example, how often do you eat breakfast or do you have breakfast? A, hardly ever or never, sometimes, usually. C, always. How often do you eat fresh fruit and vegetables? Hardly ever, never, once a day, 3 times a day. How often do you eat fast food? How often do you exercise? How often do you feel tired or stressed? How often do you drink soda? How often do you see your friends? How many hours do you usually sleep in a day? How many cups of coffee do you drink a day? And last question, number 10. Which of these is true for you? Okay, if your answer is A, 5 points. If your answer is B, 7 points. If your answer is C, 10 points. Total score is the number of years you live. So you have to put them all together, sum them together. Very good. Now, do it and tell me which one of you is going to live the longest. This is your gig. It's headphones time. Everyone, listen to the words and sounds. Okay, then you can listen and repeat. The letter H. Let's go.
4.21.
House. How. Hardly. Happy. Healthy. High. Have. Hungry.
Very good. Now, everybody, I need you to listen and circle one word, just one word, where H is not pronounced, okay? It's not pronounced. You don't hear H. There's no, H is written, but you don't read it. Let's go.
4.22.
Harry's a hairstylist. He hardly ever has breakfast. He's often in a hurry. He usually has half an hour for lunch. He often has a hamburger for dinner. Harry isn't very healthy.
Okay, very good. So, which word is there that you do not hear? The H. Okay, it's our. Yeah, our. There are so many words like this, like honor. Yeah, very good. Now, everyone, I need you to make true sentences about you. Okay, with the verb phrases and adverbs of frequency or expressions of frequency. For example, be home on Saturday night. Be in a hurry. For example, I'm not usually at home on Saturday night. Write sentences that are true about you. And after that, compare your sentences with your friends. Speak together. Again, it's your hard work. Do it. All the way to part 4. Look at the photos and read the text. Okay. What are the blue zones? And how old do you think Alexis and Maria are? Okay, very good. This is your gig. I'll wait.
12 seconds later.
All right, let's see. What are their secrets? What do the Greek island of Ikaria and Nicoya, I'm not very good with names, Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica and the island of Okinawa in Japan have in common? The answer is that together with Loma Linda in California and Sardinia in Italy, they are the 5 so-called blue zones, the best places in the world to live if you want to have a long and healthy life. Okay? Many people there live until they are 100 or more. So, what are their secrets? Okay, Alexis is a construction worker from Ikaria, and Maria from Nicoya cooks and goes to the market every day. Okay, so the blue zones are supposed to be the 5 places where people live for a long time. And I guess from looking at them, well, Alexis is 102 and Maria is 97. Can you believe that? Okay, it's very hard to believe, but let's see their secrets. Okay, so first read the questions. Where is Ikaria? What do the people eat and drink? What exercise do they do? What do they do after lunch? Is Ikaria or Ikaria, I don't know, a safe place? How do you know? Do they have a good social life? What examples does the article give? And what do people call the island? Okay, so this is your gig. Read and answer the questions. Then we read it together. Your turn.
6.5 hours later.
Ikaria is a small Greek island near the coast of Turkey, or Turkey. Turkey is the new name. They changed it in 2023. How do the people there live? They eat a lot of beans, potatoes, and green vegetables. And they sometimes eat fish, but they hardly ever eat red meat or sugar. They drink a lot of herbal tea. They do a lot of exercise, but they never go to a gym. They work in their gardens and they walk everywhere. Not many people in Ikaria have a car. They also take a siesta every afternoon. I think siesta means a nap. Ikaria is a very safe place. In the village of Ratches, the police station is closed. The people say they don't need police. People also have a very good social life. The island is famous for its tradition of Panagiria, or festivals between May and October. The island has between 2 and 4 festivals every week where people eat, drink, and dance all night. They call Ikaria the island where people forget to die. Yeah, so beans, herbal tea, siesta, a rest or a sleep taken in the early afternoon, especially in hot countries. I guess you know the answer to these questions, but let's read about the other place in Costa Rica. Let's go. Nicoya, Costa Rica. So the questions are somehow the same. Where is Nicoya? What do people do there? What do they eat and drink? What exercise do they do? When do they get up and go to bed? How long do they sleep? And what is a plan de vida? How does it make a difference in their lives? Okay, very good. So again, this is your gig. Take your time, read it.
Tomorrow.
All right, Nicoya is in northwest Costa Rica, near the border of Nicaragua. Most of the people who live there are farmers, okay? In Nicoya, people eat small meals. They usually have beans, rice, sweet potatoes, and sometimes a little meat, an egg, or some cheese. They also have some unusual fruits. For example, the maranon, a fruit similar to an orange with a lot of vitamin C. They drink a lot of water. The local water is unusually rich in calcium and magnesium. They are very active during the day. They work outside and they walk everywhere or ride horses. They don't watch television and they don't use the internet. So they go to bed when it's dark and get up when it's light. They sleep well, usually 8 hours a night. All people in Nicoya have something called a plan de vida. It means a reason to get up every morning. This may be work or family, and it's what makes even people who are over 100 still feel necessary. A purpose, you know? Like we have to have a purpose. My purpose is to teach you English and be the best teacher in the world. So what is your purpose, you know? Purpose over pleasure. Now, so look, forget this part. People in both places spend a lot of time outside. They are very active. They walk everywhere. They eat beans. They don't eat much meat. I'm not sure about meat. I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist. But as food or drink, potatoes, green vegetables, fish, sugar, herbal tea, rice, sweet potatoes, eggs, cheese, meat, fruit, water, physical exercise, work in the garden, go to a gym maybe, walk everywhere, ride horses. So I want you to speak with your friend. How can you make your life positive? How to live better? Think about it. Talk about it. Be about it. Positive life. Good going. I hope that you start a very positive and healthy life. Now, as for this part, we're going to talk about Japan. Yeah, one of my favorite countries. And I will visit Japan one day, I promise you. Watch the video and mark the sentences true or false. It's about island of Okinawa. Let's go.
Okinawa is an island about 400 miles south of Japan. It is a beautiful island with wonderful beaches and clear blue water. It also has more centenarians, people who are 100 years old or more, than anywhere else in the world. What's more, they seem to age more slowly than other people. According to scientists, people there who are actually 70 often have the bodies of 50-year-olds. Many of them are very healthy all through their lives. What is their secret? Most people think it is because of their healthy lifestyle. They do not have big meals. They have a cultural habit called harahachi, which means you always stop eating before you're full. They usually just have fish and vegetables, especially sweet potatoes, and they eat a lot of seaweed, which is one of the healthiest foods there is. But diet is not the only reason why they live so long. The Okinawans are very active, and they often work in their garden until they're 80 or more. Many of them also do Tai Chi or martial arts every day. They have a good social life. They visit friends or family, and a lot of them belong to community centers. Some play the traditional Okinawan guitar, an instrument similar to a banjo. The old people of Okinawa are very positive and happy with their lives. They are not stressed because they are never in a hurry. Their spiritual lives are important to them, especially the women, and many of them meditate every day. In Okinawa, people say you're a child until you are 55, and when you reach 97, your local town holds a special ritual called Kajimaya to celebrate the fact that now it is time to be young again, to be free of all responsibilities, and to simply enjoy life.
Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Especially Harahachi. Okay, check your answers with your friends. So, the island of Okinawa is north of Japan. False. 70-year-old Okinawans have the bodies of 50-year-olds. True. Harahachi means stop eating before you're full. True. A very good habit. I will start it as today, I will stop eating before I'm full. The Okinawans don't eat meat or fish. False. They eat a lot of seaweed. True. They do yoga every day. False. The Okinawans are often in a hurry. False. When Okinawans reach 100 years old, the age, they have a ceremony called Kajimaya. False. Okay, very good. Now, I need you to watch again and correct the false statements. Back to you.
Okinawa is an island about 400 miles south of Japan. It is a beautiful island with wonderful beaches and clear blue water. It also has more centenarians, people who are 100 years old or more, than anywhere else in the world. What's more, they seem to age more slowly than other people. According to scientists, people there who are actually 70 often have the bodies of 50-year-olds. Many of them are very healthy all through their lives. What is their secret? Most people think it is because of their healthy lifestyle. They do not have big meals. They have a cultural habit called harahachi, which means you always stop eating before you're full. They usually just have fish and vegetables, especially sweet potatoes, and they eat a lot of seaweed, which is one of the healthiest foods there is. But diet is not the only reason why they live so long. The Okinawans are very active, and they often work in their garden until they're 80 or more. Many of them also do Tai Chi or martial arts every day. They have a good social life. They visit friends or family, and a lot of them belong to community centers. Some play the traditional Okinawan guitar, an instrument similar to a banjo. The old people of Okinawa are very positive and happy with their lives. They are not stressed because they are never in a hurry. Their spiritual lives are important to them, especially the women, and many of them meditate every day. In Okinawa, people say you're a child until you are 55, and when you reach 97, your local town holds a special ritual called Kajimaya to celebrate the fact that now it is time to be young again, to be free of all responsibilities, and to simply enjoy life.
All right, very good. So, again, check with your friends. Okay, number 1 was false. Why? Because the island of Okinawa is south of Japan. Number 4, they eat fish. Which one was false? Number 6, they do yoga every day. No, they do Tai Chi or martial arts every day. And Okinawans are often in a hurry. They are never in a hurry. And last one, when you become 97, they have a ceremony called Kaje Maya. Very good. Now, we talked about Ikaria, we talked about Nicoya, and now Okinawa. So what do they have in common? And are there people in your country who live like this? In what ways is your lifestyle similar to or different from life in the blue zones? Would you like to live in one of the blue zones? Well, so a healthy diet, a lot of exercise, and a good social life. But what about you? What do you want? Do you want to change your life? Speak it up. Again, this is your gig. And that's the practice for today. I like the topic for today's lesson. Healthy life, healthy lifestyle, being positive, no stress. I want the same for you, my friend. Practice every day. You can download the slides in the description part, and I've got your back. Until next time, my friends, consistency is the key. Do it stress-free. Have a blessed day ahead. Bye-bye.